Shalom, Akim. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. And salutations to all the Akim, all four corners of earth who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom, Akim. I want to get into this little article right here. It says, U.S. bioweapons components in Ukraine. The evidence is overwhelming according to Russian military. And this is something I've been reporting on. Well, not just reporting on, I've been reading about for quite some time, I should say. They've said that the laboratories were on the borders, and that was a lot of key cities that Russia was conquering, with some of those cities where the U.S. had put those biolabs at. So, add on to them invading, supposedly, but it's all war games at the end of the day. We all know Esau is a war criminal, and so he just needs reasons to go to war, man. We all know that the U.S. does biochemical stuff as well as Russia, as well as France and the other ones. Even one of your European nations that you want to throw in. They got something called the UN that they go to, and they discuss these different things. They discuss how they're going to take over the world. They discuss how they're going to poison the world. They discuss how they're going to tax the world. These different clandestine meetings they have, man. And at the end of the day, we know what those meetings are about. They have an agenda, and they have a certain amount of time to finish their agenda. Scriptures speak about how the devil come down knowing that he has a short time in Revelation. And with him coming down, that means that they gotta work their plans out, man. They have to work these evil ass plans out to the best of their abilities, And fooling the people, fooling the masses is one of their plans. One of their greatest weapons, man. It's the media, and he uses that to his advantage. When this conflict had first started, you had a bunch of Americans from different cities and stuff trying to fight, going to be foreign fighters and going to be soldiers of fortune, what we call them, mercenaries. You have mercenaries once again on both sides. Come to find out, man. As far as Russia has a group of mercenaries, and the Ukrainians have a group over there too, from my understanding. So they're not only using UN-backed weaponry, but they also have help from mercenaries. So this is a proxy war, so to speak. But at the end of the day, this devil is planning to try to destroy. If he could, he would try to destroy the planet. But since he'll try to. But at the end of the day, he's just going to try to control the planet. Because he realizes that space stuff ain't happening. He ain't going to no moon no time soon. He ain't going to Mars like he puts in the movies. He could if he would. I mean, he would if he could, but he can't. The Lord is in control of all that. And but at the end of the day, these weapons are something that Esau does have, man. So let me read some of this. It says the U.S. is using Ukraine to manufacture components for biological weapons. The commander of Russia's nuclear, biological, and chemical defense force briefed the state Duma on Tuesday. And see, Russia has their own. Just like I said, the U.S. has theirs. Russia has their own nuclear bio labs. England, even goddamn Israel got theirs too as well, man. They got nukes. Some of these smaller countries, India's talking about they got dirty bombs. Iran, they're taking the waste. Some of these countries take the waste from these superpower countries, and they'll take the dirty waste and then use it and make a bomb out of that, man. So these heathens and devil in cahoots, man. Like I said, they got something called the UN, and they got these different councils. They come together and collaborate. Think about these different weapons they want to make. Think about how they want to control the population under fear and different weapons they bring out. But it says we have no doubt that the U.S., under the guise of ensuring global biosecurity, conducting dual-use research, including the creation of biological weapons components in close proximity to Russia's borders. So basically, they're saying that they went over there in Ukraine and they're working on different biological weapons, you know, which makes sense because, like I say, once again, this whole Ukraine conflict, they're testing different weapons out over there, man. You know, they're testing all sorts of different weapons, and Russia has not even bought out its weapons yet. And I was watching the news thing, and the newscaster was bragging about how Russia hasn't even bought out its big weapons yet, and the same with U.S. because they don't want them to they don't want the other side to get a hold of it and try to use this technology against each other. You know, so that's how the devil thinks, man. Instead of trying to help the people, he wants to destroy the people with his weapons. Yeah, this is you know, this is why we need the Lord to come back. And then when this devil speaks all that peace stuff, man, you see what he's talking, when he comes with, man, you know, with ways to build more and more destruction, man. It's Jeremiah 9:5. And they did deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. You know, Esau, whether it be America or Russia, they do not speak the truth, man. The truth is not in them, man. You know, the whole time they got rules for war, and they're not supposed to be using biological weapons. Remember, we went to Iraq a few years back, or a decade or two back, you know, because he said that the whole guise was that the American government was saying that they were using chemical warfare on the people, you know, and how wrong this was, and this and that. Well, here it is, America's building their own chemical warfare, you know. Not only that, you know, all you gotta do is go back in time and look at what the atomic bomb, even though that was a nuclear bomb, there was an atomic bomb. So that era is over with. We went from the atomic, now we're in the nuclear era. So the devil just upgraded his weaponry, basically, you know. But he's talking about he always wants to point the finger at his enemies, which would be, in this case, the big boogeyman is Russia, you know. So he wants to point the finger at them, saying that they were building all these bioweapons, and come to find out, U.S. has been doing it for some time too, man. You know. He says, Jeremiah 9:5, and they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies and worry themselves to commit iniquity, man. You know. Esau don't mind committing evil, doing evil. He doesn't mind doing those things, man. That's what's in his heart, man. A war mongrel. He said he said the military has come to the conclusion after interviewing multiple eyewitnesses and going over 2,000 pages of documents found in Kherson region and the Dostanik and Lugansk People's Republics. Those are some of those parts of Ukraine have broke off to form their own little city-states or whatever. The investigation also involved a primarily task force and federal law enforcement. Moscow raised concerns over the network of secretive U.S. funded laboratories in Ukraine in the early weeks of the conflict, and has frequently made public evidence about the program ever since. The U.S. government confirmed the existence of the labs last March, but insisted they were neither legal or intended. They were neither illegal nor intended for a military purpose, despite the fact that much of their funding went through the Pentagon. Everything leads to the Pentagon, man. You know, these lies that the devil speaks, man. You know, the lies he speaks, man. That Jeremiah 9:5, those lies he speaks, man. You know, he'll push it. He tries to push his wickedness on other people in other countries, man. But all at the end of the day, you know, when you get in this truth. And you find out, you know, that Esau is Edomite is an Edomite, man. He's trying to hide from him by calling himself a French man, a Spanish man, a Spaniard, you know, and different things. But he is an Edomite, man, you know. But he is an Edomite. This is Proverbs 10, and I'm going to 9. He that walketh upright walketh surely, but he that perverteth his ways shall be known, man. Esau is known for all his perverting his ways, man. Because like I say, he comes with the guys that he's coming for peace, man. And in his heart is nothing but war. He's a war mongrel, man. He's got the world thinking that he's a peacemaker, you know. And when you read the scriptures, we find out that it's far from the truth, man. you know? So that's why Esau is an exposing time period right now. We're exposing the devil for all of the wickedness he's done, for the treachery he's done, for the lies he tries to spread, you know? It's an exposing period, man. But yeah, I just found this interesting that, you know, there are a lot of these gun-ho troops that are getting ready to sign up for the army and these different military things. You know, they really don't know what they're going into, man. America is starting a lot of things around the world, man, and especially in that Ukraine area, where 10 years previous Ukraine was our enemies, but now fast forward to 2023, we're sending all our money over there, billions of dollars going to Ukraine. So this devil, you know, he plays games, man. He plays with the people. But that being said, this is edifying. Shalom, Aki.